So as we all know, Saul Canelo Alvarez suffered his second loss in his professional career, losing to Dmitry Bivol. Bivol was able to successfully defend his his WBA light heavyweight title against Canelo, winning the fight by unanimous decision in a fight where he clearly won and actually got the decision. And it was a very, very big win for Dmitry Bivol, beating Canelo, who a lot of people consider the number one pound for pound king going into that fight. And now there's talks of a rematch, because there was a rematch clause. So they knew, Canelo and his team knew going to this fight that there is the chance of losing. That's why they have the rematch clause. And Canelo, right after the fight, mentioned that he does plan to do the rematch. He does plan to, activate the rematch clause. But who knows? He might change his mind in the next couple of days. You never know. And to me, I've said this before in previous videos, a rematch with Dmitry Bivol is not really the smartest thing right now for Canelo. Fighting at 175 pounds again, this and that. But fighting at 168 pounds, though, I'll say that's actually very interesting. Dmitry was recently interviewed by Behind the Gloves. Michelle Joy Phelps interviewed him. Shout out to Behind the Gloves. Go subscribe to them. Oh, actually, I'm not subscribed to them. Wow, I thought I did. I guess my older channels were subscribed to them. But yeah, they interviewed Dmitry Bivol, and Bivol said somewhere around the lines about how, that he'd be willing to move down in weight, that his natural size is actually less. And he's always mentioned this. If you've been following the sport of boxing, Bivol has been calling out Canelo for a while now. And he has mentioned before in previous interviews that he was willing to move down to 168 because he believes he's a smaller light heavyweight, and he can make 168. He's always said that he can make 168 pounds, and he's willing to move down to 168 pounds to fight Canelo for all the belts at 168 pounds. Canelo is the current undisputed champion at 168 pounds. He holds all the belts, WBA, WBO, WBC, and IBF. A lot of people don't know that. A lot of people thought that, a lot of people don't even know about weight divisions. A lot of people apparently don't know about those stuff. But yeah, Canelo moved up in weight from 168 to 175 to challenge Bivol for his WBA belt. Obviously, he failed, and now Bivol is saying that he's willing to move down in weight to 168 to challenge Canelo for those 4 belts at 168 pounds. If you look at the division right now, Bivol at 175, Bivol is the second best light heavyweight in my opinion, right behind Beterbiev, who by the way will be fighting Joe Smith Jr. soon next month. So Bivol at 175 pounds is willing to move down to 168 pounds, the division that Saul Canelo Alvarez conquered last year to be undisputed. Canelo holds all the belts here at 168. WBA, WBC, the IBF, and WBO. And actually, this really intrigues me. It makes it a more interesting, more competitive fight, because a lot of people, including myself, think that the added weight from moving up from 168 to 175 pounds has definitely affected Canelo's power in this division, fighting a naturally bigger guy in Dmitry Bivol. But if Bivol can move down in weight to 168 pounds, that would make things more interesting. Bivol would have to lose more weight. He would probably be more weight drained. Who knows how his body will be affected by by moving down in weight. It would just make things more competitive, because he clearly won this fight, in my opinion. I mean, you can argue it was a close fight if you're being super generous towards Canelo, but there's no way in hell you had Canelo winning this fight. Now, a rematch at 168 pounds, in my opinion, would definitely be more interesting. Now, I'd still probably lean towards Bivol, to be honest with y'all, but it definitely would be more interesting for sure, and it definitely increases the chances of Canelo winning in a rematch if it were to take place at 168 pounds. At least I think so. But yeah, if they do the rematch, I say make it at 168 pounds, at 168 pounds. But we'll see. We will see. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. I gotta go to work. Getting late. I'm gonna be late for work. Let me know your thoughts. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. And like always, have a great day. Alright, thanks.